Gloria Steinem and Secretary Madeleine Albright, two really known feminists, are a little bit puzzled at the fact that young female Bernie Sanders supporters don't support Hillary Clinton. So Gloria Steinem is going to give us a theory on why this is, and Madeleine Albright is going to give us a really strong message, particularly to young female supporters of Bernie Sanders. This is what she had to say.
We can tell our story about how we climbed the ladder, and a lot of you younger women don't think you have to. It's been done. It's not done, and you have to help. Hillary Clinton will always be there for you, and just remember, there's a special place in hell for women who don't help each other.
There's a special place in hell for women who don't help each other.
If you follow that to its logical end, then I guess women have to support Carly Fiorina as well, right? So they have to actually vote against their own self-interest because of gender? Really? Not only is that inherently condescending to tell someone that they have to support a candidate on the sole basis of gender, but it diminishes the cause of feminism entirely. Okay? So people who are supporters of Bernie Sanders, myself included, initially, we supported Elizabeth Warren because we didn't even think Bernie Sanders would run. So prior to her announcing that she would not run for president, we thought that Elizabeth Warren would be the first female president. We were going to back her. But since she's not running, we had to back Bernie Sanders because he's closer to us on policy. He's a real progressive. So don't tell me that we're sexist if we don't support Hillary Clinton. That's absolutely ridiculous. Elizabeth Warren was our first choice. And to tell women that they deserve to go to hell if they don't support your corporatist candidate, you've got the audacity. I mean, you've really got the nerve. But I want to get to Hillary Clinton's response. So when asked about this, she said, "I don't want people to be offended," Clinton said. But when asked if she understood why some women take offense, she suggested political correctness had made Americans overly sensitive. "Good grief, we're getting offended by everything these days," she said. "People can't say anything without offending somebody." Right, because the goddamn PC police are at it again, right, Hillary? How dare I, as a female candidate, not be able to demean women and be condescending to them and not receive backlash for that? I'm a woman, I should be able to talk shit about women, right? Well, I've got news for you. Being a woman doesn't exempt you from sexism, and furthermore, it's actually really offensive to think that you don't have to earn the support of female voters. Not only do they not owe it to you to support you based on gender, but it's on you to win them over. And you didn't do that. Don't be mad at Bernie Sanders. Be mad at yourself. See, I actually give women more credit than that because I think that they're smart, intelligent, and capable of making their own decisions. See, all throughout history, women have been just relegated to property, of men. They can't make their own decisions. They're just going to do what their husband wants. But no, this is 2016. Women can make their own decisions, and believe me, they're very capable of doing so. But I want to move on to the Gloria Steinem comment. So here's what she said on Bill Maher.
And when you're young, you're thinking, where are the boys? The boys are with Bernie, or,
Ooh. Now, if I said that.
No.
Yeah, they're for Bernie, because that's where the boys are.
But it's
swap
not.
me. Come on.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't because the boys are saying whether. No, I mean, hello. How well do you know me? Okay. Right.
Not that well.
You'd think that this is like a joke coming from a feminist, but I just want to ask you, Gloria, whatever happened to this?
Somebody who has shown enormous courage. Let's welcome Gloria Steinem. Thank you.
Actually, I'm only here today to make Bernie Sanders an honorary woman.
See, young women don't really know what they want. They're just doing what boys want them to do. See, they think that if they say they like Bernie Sanders, then it'll impress their male peers, and then they can get a boyfriend that way. They're so stupid and mindless. They don't have thoughts for themselves. Oh my God. I mean, I can't believe what I'm hearing. See, I don't have to tell you why this is reprehensible, but for it to come from Gloria Steinem, of all people, a world-renowned feminist who has dedicated her life, to fighting for women, for her, of all people, to say this, it's particularly hurtful. So here's the thing. I'm going to give Hillary Clinton, as well as all of her supporters, a really, really hard pill to swallow. This isn't about gender. This is about generation. You see, Bernie Sanders is more liberal than Hillary Clinton. That's a fact. And it's also the case that when you look at studies from Gallup and Pew Research, the older you are, the more likely you are to be conservative. So it's not surprising that older Democrats support Hillary Clinton, the more conservative centrist candidate, and younger Democrats support Bernie Sanders, the more liberal candidate. So the fact that female Bernie Sanders supporters are not supporting Hillary Clinton is not contingent on gender or anything else. It's contingent on the fact that they're liberal. They're just more liberal. I dare you to go to a college campus and try to find any Hillary Clinton supporter. Everyone's in support of Bernie, men and women. Younger voters always rally behind the more liberal candidate. They did it in 2008 for Barack Obama. That's not surprising. So to be shocked that young women are not supporting your conservative corporatist candidate, it blows my mind. You don't know anything about politics. But their ignorance on this matter is the least of my concerns. The ignorance that they have of demographics and who young liberals are more inclined to support, that's the least of our problems. So I have multiple nieces. They're closer to me in age, so I'm kind of more like a big brother. And 3 of them will be old enough to vote this year for the very first time. And guess what? All of them support Bernie Sanders, enthusiastically so. One of them just called me a couple days ago and told me how she donated to Bernie Sanders' campaign. And you see, here's the thing. They don't support Bernie because they care about what boys think. In fact, their boyfriends, the ones who have boyfriends, aren't politically engaged. They follow politics closer than their boyfriends. It's not anything to do with that. They care about the issues. They care about college education. They care about universal healthcare. They support Bernie because his issues are best for them. They don't support Hillary Clinton because they don't trust Hillary Clinton and they don't really see that Hillary's looking out for them. I mean, they're entering the workforce making minimum wage. Why would they support the candidate who is only in favor of a $12 minimum wage as opposed to a $15 minimum wage? Because it's not really going to be 12. If she does get an increase, it's going to be like 9 or 10. Because when you go into negotiations and you screw yourself, you already start by compromising. Guess what happens? You don't get what you want. So this is why they're supporting Bernie Sanders. Nobody's going to be policing or bullying or harassing my nieces into supporting a candidate because of her gender. I'll be damned if anyone, Hillary Clinton or any man, is going to tell them that they can't make their own decisions because of their gender, or that they're not good enough or not capable of making their own political decisions. When you tell women how to think, when you try to control women, that's sexism right there. And as a feminist, as someone who has feminist nieces and feminist family members, who works with feminist academics, who has studied women's issues around the world, Latin America, North Africa, this pisses me off. It's personal. It's personal. You don't get to control women. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you are exempt from sexism, okay? Doesn't mean you're exempt from saying things that are discriminatory and prejudiced against women. They know what's best for them, okay? They don't need your smugness. They don't need your condescension trying to police them or bully them to make a decision. Give me a break. And let me tell you this, Gloria Steinem and Madeleine Albright, if you want young female voters to support Hillary Clinton, guess what? She's gonna have to earn that support. You don't just get it because of your gender.
Thanks for watching the Humanist Report. Don't forget to subscribe and check us out at humanistreport.com. And if you enjoy the podcast, disable your browser's ad blocker or consider becoming a sponsor.